Welcome to the Dirty Tea Podcast. My name is Donna.
And I'm Amanda, and we're excited for you to join us where you'll be served the dirtiest tea.
We are best friends from the Midwest who love other people's drama.
And we'd rather spill your tea on air than behind your back.
So feel free to submit your dirty tea for us to read on air.
Or sit back, fill your cup with whatever tickles your fancy, and get ready for the mess. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, friends.
How the heck is everybody doing? I'm excited because it's the weekend again, and you know, my favorite time of the week, the weekend, the best time of the week.
The best. When Friday rolls around, you know, it's about to go down. Oh, wait, that rhymes.
It's going down for real. Ooh, I like your shirt today, how you got your little cutout with your cute tattoo.
You know.
Stylish. Profiling.
Styling. You know. Okay.
Well, we don't have to do the small talk. Let's just jump right in because
dive right in.
I know funny stuff to share today. So
okay. All right. Would you want to do the honors and go first?
Oh,
I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So my first one here says, I didn't want my girlfriend to go busking, and she's really sad about it. Did I do anything wrong? So
to go where?
Do you know what busking is? Busking, busking. I looked it up on Google. Yeah.
Wait, I want to look it up. I want to look because I want to see what it is. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. So busking is basically like when people like play music in the street or like in like the subways, like so you know people like street performers.
Yeah.
That'll like put things out so that you can put money in their their hats or whatever. That's what busking is. Like when you're playing music out in the public for, you know,
donations. And why doesn't he want her to do that?
So he said, context, you know, they're both 18. They've been dating for almost a year and a half. She's always enjoyed singing and she's always done busking, apparently. She's very good. He said the thing is that she had an ex-boyfriend that she went busking with before, during, and after their relationship. So they always remained in contact, and I guess that was their thing. So he's like, we argued about this dude before because he asked to hook up with her, and she rejected it. And then apparently she lent him money. She lent him $2,500. You know, at some point during the relationship with her and this current boyfriend. And then he also says that she cheated on her previous boyfriend with this same ex. So it's been an ongoing thing, right? And then he's like, at the end of the argument, she cried and promised me never to contact him and that she would like block him on everything. So she was saying she's going to cut off the contact. So recently, the ex has been trying to contact her, wanting to go busking together. And apparently, she heard about it because their mutual friend had reached out to her and said, "Hey, yeah, you know, he's trying to go busking." So she's like, she seems like she really wants to go since she loves to do it, but she doesn't have the equipment, and he always has the equipment, so that's why it always worked out. So then he's like, he said, when I expressed my concerns, he said I was obstructing her in pursuing her dreams, and he felt really bad. And then he went on to say that she went busking with different people, including males, before alone, and I fully support it, but I couldn't feel like I feel a different way about this particular person. And he's like, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. Now that you hear the whole story, you're not wrong. So when she's busking, she's not busking. She's busking.
She's busting it open.
Right. So she's not. So if she was busking with like other people, I would, if I was him, I would be okay with it. But she's busking with her ex, and then after that, like busking.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Like it's too much busking.
That's a lot of busking with. There's too much history behind it, and it's not worth it.
I agree. I mean, like if you have other busk friends that you can go busk with,
Go
Like,
bust
why
with
do you
someone else.
yeah, find a new busk partner.
Right.
Because like one thing I know for sure about busking, because clearly I know a lot about
You
busking.
right.
I mean, you don't need another person for that shit. All you gotta do is go out there and, do your thing.
Busk by yourself.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes it's okay to solo busk.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who busk by themselves.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
like I remember I was busking, um,
Solo.
but it was solo. Yeah, it was in the bathroom, in the shower, and I like to busk a lot in there. But the only tips that I get are from my pets, and it's not really tips. It's more like shouting and them trying to climb in the tub to like shut me up. But nonetheless, busking still.
Yeah. She's definitely in the wrong for this. He needs to set her. I mean, not set her straight, but he needs to set her boundaries and rules and say you can busk with other people, but if you busk with him,
Stop.
then stop.
Right. Like
Yeah.
stop trying to be a busk whore, and
Yeah. You
just
busk
fucking
whore.
settle for one person like to busk with.
Right.
Why do you need all these partners? Like, is it a busk orgy?
Right. Yeah, it's a busk orgy. After they're busking. So
Dude, I
no.
don't know. The word busking, it just
It sounds
sounds,
dirty.
yeah, it sounds like it stinks. Like, for
Right. No,
real.
it,
Like,
it doesn't sound dirty like sexual dirty. It sounds dirty like garbage dirty. Like they're
yeah,
like behind a garbage can. Kind of.
right. Like, yeah, doing nasty things.
Yeah. Like
Busking,
smelly.
yeah. It smell like sour cream and onion and
Ugh.
like fucking ripe.
Like sour, like not even sour cream, like sour cream. Like it's extra sour.
Right. Yeah, extra sour. It's a little tangy, you know what
It's
I mean?
tangy. It got some tang in it. Right. Okay, so this one says, quote, so you aren't gonna invite me to your place? I bought you lunch, you kinda owe me. This comes from a guy I met once and he had breath so bad I'm surprised it didn't melt before it. So because he bought her lunch, he felt like, she owed it to him.
Yeah.
Have you ever went on a date or somewhere where a guy felt like you owed him because he bought you dinner or he bought you lunch or something and he kind of like insinuated that you owe him or
No, not
hinted?
personally. I haven't. I haven't experienced anything like that personally,
Yeah,
but I don't know how I would react to something like that. Like, I probably would just never like want to see that person
yeah.
again. But like, that's fucked up if you think of it. Like, I've never experienced that. Like, I don't
Or a
even know.
drink.
Like,
Or they bought you a drink
yeah,
that they like
no.
would hint that you owed him something. That's disgusting.
It's disgusting. And like the fact that like I don't know, we hear stuff like that on the podcast and it's like the fact that people like have the nerve to say shit
Right,
like that. That's what like really baffles me the
right.
most.
Yeah,
Like like how do you expect somebody to react after you say some shit like that, you
right.
know?
Like that last podcast, like I'm not gonna buy you a drink unless it has alcohol in it.
Right, exactly.
That's
Like
yeah,
weird. Like that automatically makes me think your intentions are,
yeah.
pure
Right.
and
It's
you try.
there's a motive behind it.
Exactly. People are so fucking weird and creepy and gross and like,
He's
ugh.
probably the
People,
kind of person that never gets a date, and when he does get a date, he acts like super weird, you know.
right.
And he's just like, I got a date, like,
He's just excited that somebody's looking at him, that he's gonna get like a handshake or a hug, like
right.
that's enough for him. And
And he
he's
goes
gonna
in the
fantasize.
bathroom. He's like, Ma, I got a date, Ma. Like,
Right. Yeah. That's definitely the guy that's calling his mom from the bathroom. Absolutely. He's like, I bought her a drink and her food and she still didn't want to come home with me. She
right.
wouldn't even let me come
What
over
do
to
I
her
do,
house.
Ma? What do I do, Ma?
Um, the
Uh,
mom is like, "Well, come on home, son. Do you want me to come give you a ride? Because he don't got a car. If he's
you know,
calling his mom,
right.
he don't have a car.
Mm,
Mom has to come pick him up from the
right.
date."
Mom's probably
Okay,
waiting on the parking lot.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, mom's in the restaurant too. She's getting lunch like three
she's
tables
she's
down. She's
peeping
watching
through.
the whole.
She has a little earpiece. Now, pick up your salad fork. But that's the wrong one. Pick up your salad fork. Start from the left.
Her eyes look beautiful. Oh man, that's so stupid. That's like some sitcom shit right there.
Yeah.
Okay. This one says the guy I'm talking to thinks I'm pathetic because I paid for my own drink. So this is kind of like a
What?
little bit in the theme. So she says, I've been talking to this guy I met on a dating app and we've been chatting for a month now. He occasionally asks me if I'm dating anyone or talking to any other guys, to which I always answer, yes, I am. And he just says, oh, okay. He asks how many dates I went on with another guy, and I'll tell him. He asked me, did he pay for your drink? And then she says, no, I paid for my drink. And then he called her a pathetic loser for paying for her own drink and dating losers like that. And then he laughed hard and thought it was funny. He even said how it was pathetic that she drove herself there and the guy didn't pick her up. And then he's like, I've been talking to the guy I went out with for days and exchanged less than 20 messages before meeting up. So obviously, I drove down there for my own safety. And I paid for my own drink, which implies I'm a pathetic loser who men don't want that much because he didn't pay. She says, I don't understand if that's what the guy I'm talking to is trying to say. Why do guys talk to me like this? Is he trying to make me insecure or am I really a pathetic loser? Is this really the world of dating now or am I the problem? We're both in our early 30s.
He's a problem.
He's definitely the fucking problem. Like,
For
first of all, why are you even talking to this guy?
right.
Like, if it's
I,
not going nowhere, why are you even fucking wasting your time
I
talking?
wouldn't even give him the time of day. No one. Okay, you're single, but no wonder why he's single. Because
Exactly.
if I was single, I would drive myself to the date. I would never have him pick me up.
I
Because if the
agree.
date goes wrong, or if it goes sideways or crazy, or I would want a way out,
Right.
right?
Point where you know that you can get away safely. You're in your own car. You don't have to rely on him to get you home. Like
Even
that's
if it
common
go
sense.
right, or even if it goes right, okay, I will follow you to your house, right? Or I
Hmm.
will follow you to the next destination. Um,
Right.
or I will leave my car here and we will pick it up later. Um,
Mhm.
so yes, I will 100% drive myself. And will I pay for my own drink? Yes, I will pay for my own drink because I have my own money. I don't need a guy. Maybe there's a lot of girls out there that want a guy to pay for their stuff. I'm not that
Mhm.
type of bitch. I can pay for my own stuff. Okay.
Right.
Yes, I want to be spoiled every now and then, or I want to be, taken care of or whatever. But for the most part, I can pay for my own stuff.
Right. And
I
take
don't.
care
That's
of your.
just me.
I just think I mean, obviously the guy wants to be superior, like first of all, he's the one who looks pathetic because why are you asking her about what she's doing on dates with other men? And how are you going to judge her about what she does on a date with another man while you're sitting at home asking her about what she's
How
doing with
insecure
another
are you?
yeah, that sounds pathetic as fuck to
Yeah.
me that you're sitting at home asking a female that, clearly you're interested in because you met her on a dating website, you've been talking to her. So are you just trying to downplay that so that this way she'll be like, oh, well, he's clearly a real man. So he knows
Hmm.
what a real man is supposed to do. I'm going to
Right.
go with him. Like, it's manipulation and it's
Right.
weird shit. And it's like, if she wanted to pay for her own fucking drink, maybe she had a good reason to pay for her
Right.
own drink. Maybe the dude didn't have his own money.
Right.
Maybe, she just decided this date wasn't going to work out. And, when shit like that happens, you pay for your own shit because people feel like, just like what you were saying, if they pay for your stuff, they
She
feel
feels
like they're
obligated
entitled.
to. Oh, yeah. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably why she was like, fuck that. I'm going to pay for my own shit.
Hmm.
So, I mean, to me, she sounds like she's thinking smart and she's being safe, while dating in, you know, a world where, men are just fucking animals sometimes. And
Right.
I mean, regardless, I think she got to drop that guy, probably drop the guy that she went on a date with. Honestly, girl, like, why did you have to pay for your drink? If this was
Right.
a first date, Come on now.
Well, she probably
Um,
sensed something was going on for her to be able to think, okay,
right,
I'm going to pay for my own drink. Because if in any situation where things were going right, she would have gave her the opportunity to pay for her drink. I would,
right,
right?
right.
I'm just saying. So do you fucked up? Because if she
Ugh,
offered to pay for her own drink, then you fucked up.
right. That means that she's never gonna see you again. Like
Right. You're not going to
that's
get that
like the
pussy.
advice is like if you're on a date with someone and like or okay, so guys, if you're on a date with a girl, right? And she
Real
pays
talk.
for it, that means you're never gonna see that bitch again. She's gonna talk shit about you in a group chat and she's gonna share pictures and they're gonna talk about your hairline. So I mean, it's good you don't have to see those messages because honestly, it's just gonna make you really upset because girls are so fucking mean. Like
Girls,
when you get in your group chats, like the things that happen and the
we
things
will
that are
talk
said,
shit about
that
you so fucking hard that if you ever read it, you will probably curl up in a fetal
yeah,
position and cry. Seriously.
you second guess the person that you were with. You'd be like, I never would have expected that she would speak like this, that she would be so vulgar. Like
We will talk hardcore shit about you.
it goes
Like,
down in chats.
it goes down in the group chat. Yeah. So, okay. So this one says, we were on a date and just having casual conversation. And he asked me the worst crime I would commit if I would get away with it. I said I would probably steal a few $1 million from a bank. He said that he'd probably Dahmer someone.
Oh my god. Run, bitch! Don't look back. That is what? Why would you even come out and say that? And the fact that he asked that question means that he was just waiting to tell that bitch that answer. He knew he had that answer locked and loaded and ready for exactly
He
that
was
moment.
ready. Like he had
Right,
been pondering, like waiting to just like ask that question. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna go on this date. I'm gonna ask this question, and I already know my answer, and I don't care what her answer is. Fuck that. Like I
right,
already know what my answer is gonna be." And
girl.
when she gave her answer in the air and out the other, he didn't even care.
Hmm.
He was like, oh "My God, I already know my answer. I cannot wait."
Girl. I just feel bad for the girl because hopefully she knows one who Jeffrey Dahmer is and what he's done.
Right.
So that this way she understands the context of why that is a bad situation to be in.
I wonder what
And
her
two,
reaction was.
yeah, like I hope she was just like, not gonna go with him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't go home with this man.
Does she like
He
just like
he's not good.
chuckle nervous chuckle, or does she like get up, like what would you do, like get up and walk away? Do you like continue the conversation? Like what would you do, like
Ugh.
honestly?
I feel like I would try to like laugh it off and like play it off like I know you're joking. Like it has to be a joke, and see how he reacts. Like if he's just like straight face, and I'll be like, okay. I don't know. I probably wouldn't like get up and walk away just because I feel bad. And then like I feel like, well, okay, I feel bad because like I wouldn't want to walk away, and then like he takes that the wrong way, and then like he decides like for sure he's gonna kill me then because now I've just disrespected him. So now like it's an honor thing. He has to kill me. So like I gotta play that shit off all the way up until the end, and then like you just casually ghost him. Like that's realistically that's probably how I would play it off. Like that's my thought process.
Okay, first of all, I would not walk away. I would walk away backwards so he doesn't like come up from me from behind.
Girl. And this is exactly why you do not let them pick you up and you drive yourself because now he doesn't know where you live. Because that
Right.
motherfucker was gonna try it. He was gonna try it. I mean, ugh, God,
You
I
walk
would
away
just be so
backwards and
scared.
you remain eye contact the whole way. You just walk away backwards like this.
Oh no, I just got a phone call. My cat just died. I have to go.
You're like I can sense it, and then you like start to walk away, and you just remain eye contact the whole way, like
And then as soon as you get out the door, you just fucking
you just
run. Just
run.
book it. Girl. Oh, man. Okay. This next one says, I caught a friend going through my messages. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh,
Yeah, so usually we get the boyfriend going through the girlfriend's phone, vice
ooh,
versa.
your
Not the friend going
friend.
through the friend's phone. So me and
Damn.
my friend are part of a big friend group, and we've been getting closer as of last year. So we like to do movie nights because we typically like watching the same thing. A couple years back, she introduced, I guess, the group to her ex situationship, um and now she's in a relationship, with a different person, and the friend group has all gotten like close to the ex. So I guess at the beginning, like, she introduced, they were together, and then everybody got close to them, they broke up, and then now she has a new partner, but all the friends are still cool with the ex.
Okay.
So anyways, fast forward to Christmas Eve, they're having one of their movie nights, and the friend asked to use her phone, the person who wrote in, um, because she wanted to scan some documents and her phone battery was low. Which, I mean, bitch, couldn't have got a
Charge
phone
your
charger.
phone.
If you're in at the house, then
Mm-hmm.
have a phone charger somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so she was
Red
like,
flag number one.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, I was a bit skeptical, but I gave it to her regardless. I was on my iPad playing games in her room, waiting for her to be done. While she was in the living room scanning documents, for some reason, I felt like, um, I should stop what I'm doing and see what she's doing because it had been a minute. He said, and then she says, when you have like multiple Apple devices, you can see, like, to some extent, you can see like what you're doing on other devices because
Mm-hmm.
it'll pop up, where you can see those things. So she was like, I saw that she was in my text messages. And then she said she clicked into it and saw that the text that was open was the one with the ex situationship guy, because this friend had still been talking to him, but they're friends, they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, keep in mind, we're all friends now, so it took me aback, and she's in a whole separate relationship, so why should she care, right? And she said, I haven't said anything because literally most of our text is about planning her birthday, but she feels like her trust has been broken now. And she's like, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it with our mutual friends because she's not the most liked person in our group as it is, and I feel
Ooh,
like their opinion might be biased. So she's like, how do I handle this situation? Is this a big deal or am I overthinking it?
it's a big deal.
It's definitely a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's just like I asked, like, okay, so it's just like I snooped through your phone to go through your messages with my ex?
Right.
Oh,
Exactly. Yeah. But so, okay, I mean, granted, for one, they weren't like in a
it
relationship.
doesn't
They said it
matter.
was a
It
relationship.
doesn't matter.
So I mean, I agree. It doesn't matter. However, if they were friends and it's just strictly platonic, like they're not talking about anything, like she said, literally the only messages were in there were about them planning her birthday party.
Doesn't
So
matter.
like,
It doesn't matter.
really, you think so?
It doesn't
So like,
matter.
they can't be friends outside of you, and
No, I don't care if you guys are friends. It's the fact that I snooped through your phone. It's the
right.
principle of it. It doesn't matter
No, I
what you
agree.
guys.
I agree. It's not like the wrong part. The wrong part is the snooping part, but
Mm-mm.
it's not wrong for her to have a friendship with the ex
I don't care.
situation.
Yeah, it doesn't care. I mean, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter what. It's just like if three of us. It's just like you. If okay, if for example, it's just like if you, me, and another person were used to be friends, and we all stop being friends, right? And you are still in contact with that other person, right? And I went through your phone to see what you and that person was talking about. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's the principle of it. It's the
I,
principle of
I
snooping.
feel like I'm confused right now because I feel like we're saying the same thing, but like I'm talking like, so it doesn't matter. I agree. It doesn't matter like if, like, so if it was me and you and say
Yeah,
like, it was my ex,
yeah,
you know, T, and
yeah,
you were texting T,
yeah,
and like, I didn't know that you were texting T, but
yeah,
you and T are still friends.
yeah.
I'm not upset at the fact that you're still friends.
Yeah.
you're not upset at the fact that like I mean you're not upset at all because you're talking to T,
Yeah.
right? But like if I go through your phone to see what T is doing,
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes,
so
that would be
that's where
wrong.
we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not wrong that she's friends with the
No.
ex. It's not wrong that she's texting the ex. It's wrong that the friend went through her phone.
Right.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird as fuck. I mean, like, just in general, like, no matter what the situation is, you shouldn't be reading your friend's text messages. Like, that's just
Right.
fucking weird.
Right.
And especially if I'm not fucking you, like, why are you going through my text messages? You know,
Right.
like,
And
that's
why are you so like are you curious that
right.
I'm fucking T? You know what I mean? Like if that's the case, why won't you as a woman come to me and say, "Hey, are you curious? Are you thinking about jumping in a relationship with T?" You know what I mean? Instead of
Mhm.
thinking that jumping to a conclusion, just come to me as a woman and say, "Are you?" And then I will
Right.
be honest with you and tell you. Um,
Hmm.
but that's just weird. Like it's the principle of it. Like I think. But if I
Yeah.
knew that you were, I would. I'm just the type of girl that I would be like, "Why did you snoop through my phone?"
Yeah, I would definitely say
You
something
know?
like because that's a huge invasion of
Mhm.
like privacy,
Yeah.
and like I don't know, I feel like it's one thing if you're in a relationship with someone, but like that's like me going through your phone. Like I
Right.
feel like that's so fucking weird. Like
Right.
why would you like I don't know. And then the fact that she's like even questioning this, like, is this a big deal or am I overthinking it? And you don't want to tell the other friends in the group because they feel like it might be biased. But I mean, at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. So, and
Yeah.
if she's gonna do it to you, then what makes you think that she's not gonna do it to other people?
And if you're
You
true
know?
friends, then you should be able comfortable enough to talk to each other about it. And
Right.
if you as the receiving person, you as the person who snooped, take offense to it, then are you a true friend? You know
I
what I mean?
agree. I mean, but you can't take offense to getting caught for doing shit you shouldn't
Right.
have been doing in
Right.
the
You
first
shouldn't have
place.
been doing it. Right. And if you got caught and you got called out, you should have been like, fuck. Yeah, I did it. And because the reason why I did it is this. I'm sorry. Like, own up to it. I'm sorry. It's because of this reason, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
then you got a lot of kissing ass to do. Or you step away from that friendship and say, yeah, I fucked up. And, you know, you step away from
Yeah.
that friendship. Maybe it's just that friends that you should be with. So,
So if somebody went through your text messages, if I went through your text messages and you caught me,
mhm.
and whoever it was,
Yeah.
how would you like? Would you still want to be my friend after that?
I would, it depending on the reason. Like if I came to you, because I know the type of person you are, like if I came to you and I talked to you about it and you gave like the reason, depending on what your reason is. If you're like, yeah, I was curious because of X, Y, and Z, depending on what your reason would be, it all depends on what your reason would be.
What would be an acceptable reason to go through your phone though, without your permission?
If you were just curious, then it would be like
Even just
why
curious, that's wrong. Like why?
that's
Why would you
I
feel
know
like
that's weird. To me that's just weird.
it definitely like I don't know
But
if it would
but I
make
can't I
stop
can
being
never see
friends.
you doing that though. Like that's the thing.
Right.
I can never
Yeah.
see you doing that because that's just not the type of person you are. You're just not a sneaky bitch like
Yeah.
that. Like ever. You know what I mean? I can never
Yeah.
see you doing that. I've known you for too long, and if you were that type of person, you would have shown yourself like to be like that. You're not that type of person. So I can never imagine you being like that. Cuz you're that type of person if you're curious, you would have asked me.
Yeah.
Like you would just straight up ask me. So I can't see you
Hmm.
like that. So I can't imagine you being like that.
Well, I mean,
You don't even know my
I'm
code. I
I'm
think you do know
glad
my code, but I don't even care.
I'm glad that you feel that way because like that just goes to show that I'm really good at hiding things because I go through your phone every single time.
No,
And bitch, I know all the
I was just
secrets.
thinking, like, if anything happened to me, I should give you my code because if anything happens to me, you need to be the first person to go on my phone to delete all the shit that needs to be deleted. Shit, because my parents don't need to be seeing all the shit on my phone.
We gotta come up with like a 911 emergency. We're in a life or death situation. Phone
Right.
code. Swap.
Exactly, because there's a lot of shit in there that needs to be deleted if anything happens to me. My parents would be so disappointed in me if they saw the half the shit that's in my phone. You know, pictures and shit.
I'm
Uh-uh.
sure. Yeah, because you freaking take pictures and record every damn
I
thing.
have over 9,000 pictures in my phone, and
Yeah,
half those pictures should not be seen by my parents. So,
or any for that matter.
right, it's
No.
embarrassing, like for real, like for just
Mm.
anyways. Okay, so this one says, I'm a male and I have been selling my foot pictures and videos pretending to be a female for years. Um,
Oh,
I
that's kind
thought
of
of, and this one's, and then there's a sub comment. It says, I thought about it a few times after a friend of mine made $5,000 in a few weeks on OnlyFans with only feet pics.
damn. I need to check out OnlyFans because I feel like my feet are beautiful. Don't make that face.
I mean,
uh,
if they're into corns and shit, that's cool.
I don't motherfucking corns. My feet are beautiful. They're so picturesque, you know. Um, Honestly,
Bunions.
I don't understand the appeal of feet in general, and I don't understand how a person can make that much money selling feet pictures.
Girl,
Because
the
if that's
money is
the case,
out there.
everybody would be taking pictures of their motherfucking feet and putting it on OnlyFans, and everybody would be making, like I feel like you just gotta have some fucking really out of this world feet. And I'm not even mad at the fact that he's been selling the feet pics because at the end of the day, do you boo boo?
Right.
Because whether
I
or not
agree.
they think that you have feminine feet, if it's putting money in your pockets, like
If
you need
some
to.
fool is out there in the middle of a cornfield attracted to feet and he's willing to pay up to $5,000 or even a couple $100 for feet, do
Mm.
it.
You see, the thing I don't understand is like, can't they just look at their own feet and
No, they
like
want someone else's
that's not
feet.
the thing?
Because they're probably tracking them cornfields every fucking morning at 3 o'clock in the morning and they can't have beautiful feet like that.
They've got bunions.
They got bunions like Gloria, you
Mm.
know?
And Gloria bunions, something else
Hmm.
too. Mm. Well, I mean, to each his own, right? Who am I to judge?
If you
Get
can
your
make
feet up.
$5,000 in a few weeks on OnlyFans, don't don't even say that you won't do it.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Thank you. I would do it
Bitch,
too.
I would quit my job and do that full time. Like, what do you mean?
All you gotta do is take a few pictures and put like ribbons like through the toes and put
What?
like squishies through them or put them in a bowl of like well like
And I feel like they would love that shit. They'd be like, "Oh boy, it's about to get messy."
mustard,
It's more
whipped
fun with mayonnaise. Come
cream.
on, the gelatinousness of it all. Ugh, gross.
You squish it between your toes.
I know why you wouldn't be able to do it because somebody would request for you to walk barefoot through some grass, and then that would be like that'd
I
be
would
like
not.
where you
That's
draw
where it stops on me. I have a phobia of barefoot on grass, and there's not enough money in the world that
the
will
line.
make
I
me do
love
it.
the feeling of grass between my
No,
toes. It's just
there's not enough
so
money in the
good,
world that will make me do that. For real.
especially wet grass at that.
Oh,
Like,
would you do it? Wet grass?
yeah, I don't have an
Oh
issue
my
with my feet in
god, that's
grass.
like no.
I
Oh,
have no issue whatsoever. I like to walk around barefoot, like just not outside because I don't like to like be stepping on rocks and shit.
see, I can do
But like,
rocks and pavement, sand.
I
I just
can't do
can't do
that.
grass.
It hurts when you're walking on rocks and shit. Like I'd rather walk on grass any day.
So you
Like
know what's under grass? This dirt, worms, bugs. Oh no, yuck.
you're missing out. Okay. Um. Next one says, I had sex for the first time, with my boyfriend, and he bought me a gel for cleaning my private. Is this normal or is this a signal? So I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for a while now. And we recently we recently took things to the next level and had sex for the first time. It was a big step for both of us, and overall, it was a positive experience. So, for context, the woman is 27 and the man is 30. So,
They were
I
both
mean,
virgins?
they were both virgins. They've
Okay.
gone quite some time. So,
Indeed.
afterward, said my boyfriend surprised me with a gift, a gel for cleaning my private part. At first, I was taken aback by the gesture, and when I asked him about it, he simply said he saw it on sale with a perfume and thought, you know, thought of, so he got it. He was just like, "Oh shit, this is motherfucking Daisy by Marc Jacobs and some pussy gel." Like, oh, it's a no brainer. Like, let
Daisy
me
by
get
Marc Jacobs. That shit was gonna burn.
this. Well, I mean, you put the pussy gel on first, and then you spray the Marc Jacobs. And
Uh,
the way that they work when they combine together, it makes a beautiful reaction. So, anyway, um, she says our relationship is incredibly healthy. We communicate openly, we support each other, and have a great time together. However, I can't shake the feeling that maybe he doesn't like the natural scent or something. I know it may seem like I'm overthinking, but I can't help but wonder if this is a normal gesture or if there's something more to it. What do you think? Has anyone ever been in a similar situation? Do you have any advice on how to approach this delicately without causing any misunderstandings in an otherwise fantastic relationship? And she says, just to add, I've always been really clean, never had problems with the smell before, which is why this caught me off guard.
how does he even know what he likes? He's never been near that nether regions.
Maybe he like read something online or something and
Not
like
everything you
thought
read is true.
well,
So,
people believe all types of shit from the internet,
oh my
you know?
god. No wonder why he's a
But like
30-year-old virgin.
so here's the thing though. So she said that they had sex for the first time and then after he gave her the pussy gel.
Ooh.
So it wasn't before they had sex, it was after they had sex.
So he went
So
down there and he's like, whew.
well, I mean, it sounds like he bought it like before they even did it. So maybe his intention was to give it to her beforehand, but he probably thought about that and was like, I'm not gonna get no pussy if I gave her this right now. He knew. I mean, come on. He knew that that was not a fucking good gift to give to a person. Like it's
Okay,
let's
so
be
he
honest, it's
bought
not a
it and then he was going to give it to her, but he decided to hold off. And then they had sex and then he was like, yeah, probably a good idea to give it to her. And then before the
yeah.
second time, he was like, I'm just going to gift her this gift. And then he decided to give it to her and then she took offense to it.
Maybe he was just trying to be like, hey, we just did this for the first time. Like, go clean yourself up, like
So I would take
I mean,
offense to it.
your first time is sometimes can be messy and, you don't know what you're doing and, things get in places and, juices and whatnot.
Um,
So
would you take
maybe
offense
that's
to it?
what I would take offense to
I
it.
would take
Yeah. Like,
offense to it
don't give
too.
me no pussy fucking gel. First of
Right,
all, what the fuck is pussy gel in the first place?
right.
Granted, she didn't word it as pussy gel. I mean, I did, but she did
It's
say
probably
that it's a
lubricant.
gel for cleaning. No, she
It's
said it's a gel for cleaning your privates, your vagina.
so it's probably like a Vagisil, like a cleansing Vagisil cleanser.
Well, why couldn't she just say some pussy soap? Like some summer's eve? No, she said it's a gel. So I'm thinking it's
She
like some
is.
yeast infection cream or some shit.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, wait, hold on. What if the reason he gave it to her was because he knows that he's not clean down there how he should be, and he gave it to her because it was like
Ooh, what if he's really
kind of
not a
got
virgin? I'm
how else
just
does he know
saying.
what pussy gel is for if he's not a virgin?
Mm-hmm.
Like where did you learn about pussy gel? Because
Right,
I haven't heard about it before.
right.
And
I'm gonna look it up.
yeah, look up pussy gel. Put that in Google,
Yep.
and it's gonna show up as like a green tube with like a flower on it, and it's gonna have like fucking like leaves emanating
All
from it.
comes up
Like
is tightening gel. Maybe that's what he was trying to give her.
she's a virgin. It can't get no damn tighter than that. Like shit.
That's what it comes up as, tightening gel.
I don't know.
Grip
Maybe it was
gel.
like a pussy polish gel. Like she said, it's a gel for cleaning the privates. So you know how like you gotta like put wax on your car to keep it nice and shiny. Maybe it's something like that, so that you just like
Intimate wash
wax it
gel. Yeah, it's an effective cleansing, refreshing, and gel. Yeah.
on. Yeah, he was just trying to help. He was trying to say like, hey, because sex can throw off pH down there. Maybe he was just trying to do her a favor. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's let's be honest, it's definitely not a normal gesture. It's not normal. However, maybe he's just a little slow and he needs her to explain it to him. Like, listen, while the thought is just
Because
beyond
they can
me,
make you feel like this.
the pussy gel. Wait, make the face. Make your face. That one with the glasses. It looks like her face is like smushed up against some glass.
Right. They're like, hold that face, hold that face, hold that
Hold
face.
up. Like it hurts.
Damn.
Anyway, pussy gel.
Yeah, I guess it's a thing.
We should make a commercial for pussy gel.
Right.
Gel.
Would you like a
It'll
clean?
make your face go like this. That's how good it
Right. Hold that face, and I'll just take a picture of it. Okay, but yeah, take offense to it because he's trying to tell you
Right.
you have a JJ stank. So
Mm, right.
sorry.
You just it's flavor. What is it? I'm not flavor blindness. Scent blindness. You
Flavor
don't
black.
think that thing stank, but he was like, God damn. He came prepared because he knew it stank.
Mm.
That's why he got her the
And he
pussy
wasn't a
gel.
virgin. He wasn't a
He was
virgin. Nope.
he was around.
He was a hoe.
Mm.
Okay, so this one's off topic. It says, I've cremated all my relatives against their wishes. Burial is just too expensive, man.
I don't fucking blame you, man. That shit, like, first of all, how you gonna have a request for some shit after you die? Like, clearly you don't have a fucking say anymore. Like, you know. So we gonna go with the fuck I'm gonna go
Whatever's
with.
cheapest.
For real. Like, come on now.
But what if they've saved?
Everybody can get your little piece.
But what
Everybody
if
can
they've saved all
earn.
that money for their like burial and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, put him in the incinerator.
I mean,
You're like, I need to go on a
you're
vacation
really
anyway.
gonna object? Like, guess what? You don't get a say. Like,
Oh, that's
you're
fucked
fucking
up.
dead. You're gonna get, cremated. Everybody's gonna get a teaspoon of you, and it'll be okay. Like, just let it be what it's gonna be.
You're like, I'm gonna go on vacation, and you're going with me, like a teaspoon of it.
Right, right. After the funeral, everybody comes over to the house, and they pull out the urn. Everybody bring your own teaspoon,
Bring a little
BYOT,
Ziploc bag.
and then everybody gets a scoop, take it, and then get the fuck gone.
I'll bring Subway, and we're
It's
good.
real efficient. Yeah, just make sure that you keep the ashes away from the food. We don't want anybody to get like salt or anything. Uh,
Oh, that's fucked up.
okay. Side note: I was watching My Strange Addiction, and there was this one lady on there who
Yes,
was her husband's ashes,
yes, I saw
and
that.
she was like dipping her fingers in,
Yes, I
sticking
saw
her
that.
fingers like it was a fucking piece of chicken.
Yes,
And
she said that she was
man,
afraid that one day it's gonna be gone, and then she won't know what to do.
bitch, you ate it all, shat it all out. Like, it's probably coated on your insides. He will forever be a part of you. Like,
Oh, I saw that. And she would sit with the urn.
that was
Oh,
sad.
she would put a little bit of it in a Ziploc bag. She would carry it with her, and then every now and then she would dip. Yes, girl, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that one
nasty
was a
ass
bit
bitch. Yeah,
much. Ugh. Anyway.
yeah. Oh, you're nasty.
Uh, so moral of the story: don't put me in charge if you have specific request because we gonna go with the cheapest option,
And she
and
won't
most
even get an
likely
urn. You'll fucking get a Ziploc bag like that. You'll get a
period.
freezer
The
bag.
court ones, yeah, the big ones. Shit, and if we need more than one of those things, then we'll get
We get
you know
split it
extra
up.
10 packs. We gonna make it work.
Uh,
Okay. This one says my last one here says my roommate wants me to poop in his piss water. Um, it's been a while since we had a poop story, you know. So we'll just throw it out there. He wants me to
say
poop.
it again.
My roommate wants me to poop in his piss water.
Poop
So
in his piss water.
yeah. So
What the
there's a
actual
whole
fuck?
thought
Okay.
process behind it, right? So I recently moved in with a new roommate, and overall he's a pretty chill dude, but he's like super concerned over bills, utilities, and stuff. So he does a lot of weird stuff like unplugging the microwave when not in use, which is whatever. But he says the one that grosses me out is how they want to manage the toilet. There's only one toilet, and they follow the if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down rule to conserve water.
Yeah.
He said, I thought I was well within reason to flush before pooping to avoid a golden kiss from Poseidon. However, apparently not. They started asking why am I flushing twice when I should only need to flush once. And I literally said, I don't want to poop in piss. And then they said that I shouldn't care. It's a bathroom. That's what happened. And he says, I feel like they're literally counting my flushes now, and I have found them waiting outside the door after I finish so I can no longer poop in peace without them lurking.
Oh
This
my.
is the strangest situation I've ever been in. I refuse to poop into the pee, but this is the best place that I've been at for a while, so I don't want to fight over how the toilet is used. Why do people have to be so odd, and what should I do?
Girl, poop to your heart's content and flush to your heart's content. That's fucking
Literally.
disgusting.
Come on now. Like I'm not about to be shitting on somebody else's pee and then when that turd hits the toilet and bloop, and the water fucking
Backsplash.
comes up and hits you on the ass. I don't want nobody's pee hitting my butt. Like
Ew.
and that's just think you're so exposed like when you're on the toilet. You're so exposed and vulnerable. Like
And then not
I
just
don't
that, but
want
then they're listening at the door.
you're listening at the door, literally standing outside the door. I'd be like, listen, y'all, I'm gonna have to pay an extra $10 on the fucking water bill each month because bitch, I'm flushing. Like I don't
Right.
give a fuck.
Oh
And it's
my.
not like it costs that much money. Like I
Right.
get my water bill like once every 3 months, and it's like 100 something dollars. So it's not like it costs that much fucking money, you know,
Wow. Talk about
to flush the
frugal.
toilet.
I mean, I'm frugal and I'm like, really conscious and stuff like that about like electricity and things like that. But that's to the extreme.
For
That's
real.
crazy.
Like
Wow.
I'm sorry, but if you have roommates, like you just can't let that shit fly. Like I would never. Bitch, yes, I'm flushing every time. If I see piss in the toilet, I'm flushing it. I don't
Right.
care. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's disgusting. And the fact that they like get upset with him for it, like I don't care. I don't care. I mean, if it's my dream apartment, I'm like y'all just gonna have to get used to it. Like
Right.
I wouldn't do it.
Oh, and when you
I
poop,
literally would be like, I'll put an extra $10 each and every month. Like I don't give a fuck.
right,
Like nasty as fuck. That's
right.
so gross.
And when you poop, you flush. Actually, you flush multiple times. It's called courtesy flush.
Right. So that you don't have the fucking bathroom smelling like
Right.
goddamn
Or like
ammonia.
stains.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what kinds of shits that you be
No,
having on a
I'm talking
regular
about
basis.
like sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just nasty. Like sometimes it stays in there, but that's just fucking nasty. There's been poop that have leave stains. That's just nasty.
And just think too, like, there's probably like a ring around the toilet from like the
The
standing
the
pee
piss,
water.
right?
No, that toilet is just dirty as fuck.
Oh, yeah, no.
I can't.
Poop and flush as many times as you need to. Dude, that's disgusting.
Mm.
Ugh, yuck. I thought it was some sick fetish. That's what I thought it was when you
No,
read
I
that.
that would be definitely worse. You know,
Right.
I'm
Ugh.
glad that it's not a fetish. Either way, you know, I
Ugh.
think that would make a lot more fucked up, but I'm glad that it's not, you know.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Here's my last one. It says, hopefully you cannot relate to this one, Amanda, because sometimes I know, I know sometimes you feel like I feel like you can relate to this one, but I hope not.
Okay, I'm interested to hear what this is gonna be about.
This one says, this one says, one time I took my shoes off in the. This one says,
Oh, I can relate to that. I take my shoes off every day.
this one says, one time I took my shoes off in my office, and my coworker came in and says, I smell cheese. And then she says, yum.
Ew,
I
first of all,
said,
bitch, I definitely can't relate to that. I don't even need to hear the full story. I don't take off my shoes and it smells like fucking mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, a quesadilla, bitch. Absolutely not. Okay, first and foremost, don't even put me out there like that because you got me fucked up. It smells like motherfucking corn chips, bitch, when I take mine off, not cheddar cheese. No.
okay. One time I took my shoes off in the office. My coworker came in and said, I smell cheese. And they sniffed. It says, yum. I said, yeah, I had a cheesy snack, and he left. I never told anybody.
Yuck. Yuck. It was all warm in there. Fucking air was thick and moist, cheesy as fuck. Ew. Ew. I can just imagine the smell. And the fact that that bitch walked in and was like, it smells like cheese. Yum, yum.
That bitch put her shoes back on so fucking fast.
Oh my god. Like, oh, did you just have nachos? Was that pizza? It smells
And then she was
cheesy.
so embarrassed. She said, yeah, I had a cheesy snack. knowing,
Fucking hot.
knowing damn well it was,
The
she,
only thing cheesy is them fucking toenails, bitch. Ugh. That's terrible. That's terrible. How did you not notice that your feet were smelling like cheese though?
right.
They stunk up the whole fucking office. Now, what the truth of the matter is, it didn't smell like cheese. It smelled like ass. But that bitch didn't want to make him feel bad. As
Straight
soon
up
as she left
sweaty
the office,
ass.
she was like, I told it smelled like cheese. She said, I just had a cheesy treat, and everybody was laughing at you, bitch. The
Right.
whole office was
And
laughing
that's
at
why he left.
you immediately, right? Ew, cheesy feet.
uh, uh,
Yuck. I feel like you be finding the nastiest ones sometimes, like for real. This is the weirdest fucking thing. Okay. Okay. Are you ready for the discussion
Let's
topic?
do it. Let's do it. Mm, mm, mm,
Okay.
mm, mm, mm.
So, am I an asshole for calling off my wedding because I'm suspicious of what my fiance did at her bachelorette party?
Mm.
Okay.
Sometimes
Okay.
those be getting crazy though.
Exactly. So that's why I was immediately interested because
People
I
don't
mean
know
I know
boundaries.
down, yeah. So I decided to call off the wedding after some suspicious events happened at my fiance's bachelorette party. We were going to get married next week on Saturday, and we had our bachelor and bachelorette parties this week. Me and the boys hung out together at a friend's place, chatted, played video games, just a guy's night in. My fiance and her bridesmaids decided on going to a wine house, which is like a Turkish entertainment place. I guess they're in Turkey, um, whoever there is writing in.
Mhm.
So I called and texted her that night, but got no response. My gut feeling screamed that something was wrong, so I decided to ask about it to one of the friends that was, going to the party. He says I know her through the family, and she's not as close with my fiance as the other bridesmaids. So like it was one of his people.
Mm.
Um, so she told him that they went to
Snitch.
the club. Right. Well, she's like a family friend
Girl
of his.
code. First of no, stop. First of all, she's a fucking snitch. I
Okay,
don't
but
care.
wait.
Girl
So
code.
wait, you gotta think about it like this. He has been texting and calling his fiance, and she
It
hasn't
don't matter.
responded
She's a fucking
all
snitch.
night.
She needs to say you need to check with your wife. she's a fucking snitch.
But if he's saying I've been calling and texting her, I
Then
haven't been
she
hearing
then
back
she needs
from
to
her.
call then she needs to call him and hand the phone over to her. She's a fucking snitch for that.
Okay, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
Okay, right? So, okay, she said, so he's on the phone with the friend. She told him that they went to a club, and apparently it was a very nasty club, which, I mean, I don't know what that means, but it was a
Snitch.
nasty club. And he says there's no stripper clubs in Turkey, to his knowledge, but the specific place that they went to is nasty. He didn't give any context of what was nasty about it. He said he went there for a New Year's party in the past, and that was the craziest place that he's ever been to. So he's like, it's no different than a brothel. So
Hmm.
apparently it's really bad. So then he said, I asked how come they went to the club instead of the winery. And she told him that the other girls changed their mind on the way, but she decided not to go as she didn't like the clubs. So, I mean, right there in itself, if we're pausing, we don't know for sure. She doesn't know what happened because she didn't go to the club. So for all she knows, they could have been like, oh, you know what? We don't want to go to the club anymore. We're going to go somewhere else. So I'll agree with you there. She did snitch and unnecessarily because she doesn't even know what the fuck happened,
It don't
right?
matter. She's a fucking snitch. You
So,
know what happened
okay.
to snitches, right? They get their fucking ass pounded. That's what they get, their fucking ass beat. They don't get stitches. They get their ass beat.
Mm,
She's a fucking
well,
snitch.
don't snitch on Donna. You're going to get fucked up.
Yeah, she's a fucking
Uh,
snitch.
okay.
Okay.
So, he says, I get a reply from my fiance late in the morning, I guess the next day, and she told him that they stayed at another one of the bridesmaids' house after getting drunk in the winery. So she told him they went to the
Hmm.
winery. He said he asked her if everyone was there, and she said yes. Now he says, now the problem is that the person's house that they said that they went to is almost 2.5 hours away from the winery that they were supposedly supposed to be going to. He said, now the problem is that there's no way that 7 girls were able to go together to that place at midnight, especially when there's no public transportation and a taxi would have been out of the question due to cost and capacity. So he said he asked one of his friends to call her girlfriend, who was also one of the bridesmaids. So he's got all types of fucking connections with his bridal party.
Hmm.
Um, she told him that she went back to her place and then the others went to different places. So like she's saying that she went back to her own place, but everybody else went to different places.
Hmm.
So he's saying there's inconsistencies all over. He FaceTimed the fiance right away on WhatsApp. And she said like she would call him when she's available. But then she like calls him like a couple minutes later and then she's outside when she answers the phone and is like talking to him. And he's like, I'm pretty sure it was not in the same area that the girl lived in that
Hmm.
said that she was at. So he said he confronted her about it when she came back, but she couldn't give him any satisfying answers to his questions. It became, I must have said something wrong first, and then other bridesmaids, except for, you know, the one first one that he talked
Yeah.
to, everybody except for him, texting, confirming things all at once. So like everybody was texting him saying like, "Oh no, we were here, we were here, we were here," except for the 2 people that he had
Yeah.
spoken to outside of that group. So he's like, it's obvious that there was something fishy going on here because they were so coordinated by the fiance. Um, He's like, alarms were ringing in my head, and yesterday I decided to call off the wedding. No one explains to me what happened that night clearly, and when they do, there are inconsistencies all over. I announced it in the friends group and the family groups. She's going crazy right now, but still, there is no single satisfying answer about what happened that night. I was even told not to be an insecure guy, but there is just no way. Everything points to at least something fishy happened over there, and they're trying to cover it up. My friend, whose girlfriend was a bridesmaid, has also decided to break up with her. It's chaos all over. Am I the asshole?
Wow.
Yeah.
So his friend that has a girlfriend who was part of the bridesmaid group also broke up with his girlfriend.
Also,
Wow.
so I mean, I get where he's coming from because like if all this shit is happening, you can't get a straight answer regarding what actually happened, and you ask your girlfriend or your fiance what happened, and then now all of her friends are texting you to try to
Right.
back her up.
Yeah.
Like, come on now, you're making
It's
yourself look fucking
too consistent, too fast. Like everybody's like,
right.
yes, 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 this happened, this happened. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and then go have the nerve to be inconsistent. Like, if you were gonna do that shit, you should have at least fucking told the girls. But from what it sounds like the girls who were like on his side, like closer to his friends, and the ones
Yeah.
that were like, associated with him,
Yeah.
those are the ones who he called and were like, oh, I didn't spend the whole night with them. So I mean, that in itself is enough for him to be like, okay,
Right.
like, so why is it that you cut out the people that were my people because you knew that they were going to come back and tell me,
Right.
what you're up to,
Right. But why did
she
those
knew
people leave?
exactly because they were uncomfortable with the shit that they were doing,
Right.
you
Okay, so
know.
first half and half, those people that left was his people.
Hmm.
Was all those people that left his people, and those people that stayed was all her people?
I'm guessing so. Because there were 7 girls, and he talks about the 2 that he reached out to because the
Yeah.
first one said that she started with them, but then when they decided they didn't want to go to the winery anymore,
Yeah.
she backed out. And then the second one is like in a relationship with one of his friends, and
She
he
backed out.
called her because apparently they were staying at her house
Hmm.
that night. But when he like called to confirm, she was saying like, no, everybody went their separate ways. They didn't come to my
Oh, they
house.
didn't stay at her house, and that's
Hmm.
her. That's his people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I get it. But okay, so I get it from his point of view, and I sided with him on that. I get it from her point of view because the first girl shouldn't have snitched. It's not her place to say. I mean, I get it. She did snitch. It's not her place to say, you know, what they did. She should have just said, "You need to deal with your wife about where she went. I don't know where they went, all that stuff, you know." Um, and then she should have left it at that. Um, but she is sneaky for not being honest with her husband. So, but whether it was enough to call off the wedding, I don't know because we don't know.
Yeah.
I do think that she did do something, or they did go somewhere that they weren't supposed to. Obviously,
Mhm.
because I don't think they went to the winery because it doesn't sound like it. And she did call him from outside, which they were probably at a place that they weren't supposed to be. So she stepped outside to call him. Um, and then she coordinated with all her bridesmaids to say, "You need to call him or text him to coordinate to back up my story." And it
Mhm.
is synced up too well
Yeah.
to back it up.
I mean, I could understand why he. You see, the thing is that I feel like the fact that he called off the wedding, like, and did such a drastic, reaction. That's the part that makes it like, ooh, like, would I have done that? But at the same time, like, just imagine how he's feeling. Like,
Right.
you
I
had
get
your
it.
bachelorette party, and you're trying to reach her, and you think that something bad has happened to
Hmm.
her. She's not responding to you, and then the next day, you're getting different stories from
Yeah.
different people about what's going on. You call her, you're getting a different story from her. Like, if it really was that innocent, why can't you just tell the truth?
Right.
Why can't you just say, we were supposed to go to the winery, but we ended up going to the club and
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like, the fact that you feel like you had to lie about it, like,
Yeah.
is that really how you want to start off
Right.
your marriage?
Right.
Is off of a lie where you
Right.
were clearly doing something so scandalous that you can't tell your future husband to
Hmm.
be,
Hmm.
and
Cause
I also don't think that it's wrong that the friend snitched. And the reason why I don't feel like it's wrong is because if the tables were turned, it's all about who I'm most loyal to. If it was like him calling me and was like, "What happened?" Like, if I'm more loyal to him, then I'm gonna tell him what happened, But if
yeah.
I'm like more loyal to the fiance, then I'm gonna be like, you need to figure it out, talk it over with her, But like,
Yeah.
why should she go out of her way to cover for her when she clearly knows that the fiance is not doing what she should be doing?
Right.
Like, when you're looking out for the best interest of your person, you'd be
Your
like,
people. Yeah.
maybe this is not the person that you should
Yeah.
really be marrying because
Right.
she's
Right.
moving kind of weird.
Yeah. But that's also whether she's loyal to him because it's her people. It's also not her place to, at the same time, it's not her place. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's such a mess, but then did they sit down and talk about it though? Like, because it was like a week before their wedding, right? So did they sit down
Yeah.
and talk about it? And not that it would have made any difference, but did the bridesmaids as a group sit down and talk to him about what happened, as like in all honesty, just sit down and talk about what happened. Without the bridesmaid, I mean, without the bride there to side eye them about what they should and shouldn't say.
Well, he said that he confronted her about it when she came back, but she wouldn't give him any straight
Yeah,
answers. And then that's when all the bridesmaids were texting him, confirming all the things at once. So everybody was texting him at the same time at that, which makes it even more fucking fishy. Like,
yeah,
why is everybody suddenly texting at the same fucking
yeah,
time, the same fucking message?
right,
Like,
yeah.
come on, if
Because
you're
she
gonna
could be
fucking
like,
lie, at
right,
least be better at it, you
right.
know?
She could be like, here's what you need to tell him, or here's what you should say to him. No, then it's all like rehearsed. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Then it
right.
becomes fake. So I think at the end of the day, I think he did the right thing because then it's not built on trust anymore. It's all like suspicion, and he's going to go into
Yeah.
his marriage wondering what happened that night, and he'll always be like, when every time there's an argument, is I
Yeah.
can't trust you, and then what did you do on your bachelorette party?
Or anytime she has a girls' night,
Right,
what is she really doing? You know?
right.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Damn.
She fucked it up for herself, though. You
Yep.
know?
Yep. She could have just been honest and be like, hey, we're not going to go to the winery. We're going to go to a club, just to give you a heads up, and this is where we're going to be at.
Right. She could have even just told him like half the truth, and that probably would have flied. You know,
Right.
like she like we ended up not going to the winery. We went to a club, and then we
Hmm.
just ended up staying there doing karaoke,
Yep.
and it was a great night. And then he would have been like, "Oh, somebody did mention that you were going to a club.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. That adds up."
Right.
But this bitch had to go and fucking omit the major parts of the goddamn story, and that's why she got fucked up. And
Yep.
she did that to herself. So
Yeah.
moral of the story, either don't lie or be better at lying to the
Right.
point where you won't get caught, you
Right.
know?
She lost her whole damn fiance because of that. So now you're
See?
single and you're a liar, and now you take all your bridesmaids with you, all your lying bridesmaids.
Hopefully, whoever you was fucking with the night,
It's
of your
worth it.
bachelorette party, yep, hopefully they'll take you
Hmm.
back.
Right.
know?
Yep. Because you've done fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up, boy.
Hmm.
Um,
Yep.
so I guess, the only thing that's left is the hypothetical situation. Da-da, hypothetical
What?
situation.
I thought it was the hypothetical question.
It's a situation.
Oh, it's okay.
It's not always a question.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
it's a situation, you know?
You like my little.
I love it. I feel like I'm starting to get sick, and this is not good.
No, take
For
your emergency. Take your.
yeah, stiff don't work. I'm gonna get some Zycam. I just took my last
You
one.
and your damn Zycam.
It's life changing. I'm
You guys, one
telling you.
time I was so sick that Amanda like went and bought Zycam for me, and she dropped it off and everything. That's love.
So good to you,
She is.
honestly.
She's too good.
You
She's
don't
too
you
good
don't
for me.
deserve
I don't deserve
no.
her.
Okay, so hypothetical situation. It's a little stupid, but I mean, most of the hypothetical situations are a little stupid, so it works.
But we love it.
Okay. So, hypothetical situation. You must choose one of these useless superpowers. What will you choose and why? So, you're being forced to choose a superpower. Here are your options. Number one, you can speak to fish, but only one species of a fish, which is the blobfish, which I don't know where they're native to.
Oh my God. Okay.
But that would be the only fish that you can speak to. Or two, you can change the flavor of any food, but only to make it taste like cardboard. Um, number three, you can summon a small rain cloud above your head whenever you feel slightly inconvenienced. And then number four, you can make your hair grow out at will, but it'll only be in inconvenient places like your ears, nostrils, like your legs and armpits and shit, toes, all the places that you don't want to see hair. Um, so you'd have to choose one of those as your useless superpower and explain why you chose that one. Do you want me to read them off one more
I
time?
already know my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
Speak to the blob.
Speak to. Okay, why?
Hold on, I
I
want
wouldn't have
to.
guessed that one for you. So
Really?
I'm genuinely curious why you'd want to talk to the blobfish because those things are not attractive looking
They are
fish.
not. They are disgusting.
They look like this.
They do. Hold on.
Yeah.
They are super. That's the ugliest picture I found of them.
So you want to talk to those? Why? What would you talk to them about? Ooh, the
I
fact
would.
that it has.
I would ask them the question, like questions about the sea, about the ocean, not the sea, the ocean. I would ask them questions about the wonders of the ocean. I would ask him like how is it under how does it like how is it under the ocean? And what do they see? Like what are the wonders of the ocean? Things that people haven't discovered, things like that.
Okay, what if it's like a blobfish from like Italy and it speaks Italian? Well, then how would you communicate with it?
Bitch,
You
Google
know?
Translate.
How are you going to use Google Translate in the water? The
Um
fish has to be in water for it to breathe. You can't talk to it,
they have
if you're
you
not
know they
in the
have
water.
they have those little bags that go like little you know when you go snorkeling, in
Do you know
snorkeling
how
and
big the bag would have to be to fit the fish into it? Like,
no, for my
do you know how big
phone.
they are? Oh my god. Okay, so then your phone would be waterproof.
Yes.
You really think
Duh.
that it would still be able to pick up the sound underwater though?
Yes, because it's magical. You never get, there. You said there was no stipulations, and this would be the
I
blob that I
definitely
talked to because
did
look
not
how cute that blob
have
is.
a
Wait, hold on, let me brighten it.
I feel like that's like
How cute that little blobfish is.
the face that only a mother can love
Yes.
type shit. You know? So the one that
Ew.
I would choose, yeah, that would be the one that you would talk to. And it would be like, oh no, my name is
My name
Esteban.
is Jean-Baptiste.
My name is Jacques the Blobfish.
Jacques the Blob.
Jacques the Blob.
Okay, what would you
um,
choose?
I would
The
choose,
hair?
um, no, I would choose that you can summon a small rain cloud above your head whenever you feel slightly inconvenienced.
Of course you would.
Because I would abuse the fuck out of that. Like, bitch, I get like so irritated at the smallest things. And like today, I almost had a mental breakdown because I was trying to type something I was pulling up on my computer and it was moving so fucking slow. It was driving me crazy. Like, every time I would try to type, it wouldn't go anywhere and it was driving me nuts. So, that would be like a perfect situation where I could summon a small rain cloud
Oh
and
my
then people would be
god.
like, Amanda's pissed off again. And like anytime, like,
Wait,
I'm standing in line at the grocery store, here comes the cloud, bitch, because I'm pissed. Like they're gonna know.
I want to see what your summon face would be like.
My summon face, okay, it would be like this, and then it would pop up.
You'd be like,
Kame. Like, it's raining men. Just, ooh, 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 ooh.
and then it
I'm
just
like,
starts.
what's going on? What
Right,
is happening?
right. You end
Is
up
she
in a
having a seizure?
right. You end up in an asylum.
Right. I'm like, every time she goes like this,
Right,
she imagines that she has a rain cloud over her head and
right,
nobody can see her.
right. Oh my god. I
Realistically, though, I would probably hate that because I don't like to get my hair wet. So, I mean,
right. So you'd
it would
have
be,
one of those little like umbrella that like straps to your head first.
I would have to, yeah.
You would just get all ready first, and then you'd be like,
It would be like, bitch, if I bust out this umbrella, everybody's
"It's
gonna be dead,
on."
okay?
You'd be like, "It's on." That's
So
funny.
you guys gotta let us know which one would you choose? Would you talk to the fish, change the flavor of food to cardboard, summon the small rain cloud, or make your hair grow in inconvenient places? And I want to know why. I'm ready to hear your answer.
Who would choose to make hair grow in inconvenient places? That's disgusting.
I mean, if you lived in like Antarctica, then you can like grow
Could you
out
imagine just
your
hair growing
hair.
out of your nostrils? Just like,
you'd be able to keep your face warm.
No,
Yeah.
that'd be gross. If it was like hair, like out of your like just like hair, I would choose that because I don't have any hair. Like my hair is literally that's it.
No, you would be like you grow out your eyebrow hairs and shit, grow out a
Mhm.
mustache, grow out like you know how people get like hair like right on their toes, like right underneath their toenail. People get hair there, it'd be like fucking luscious as fuck, like flowing in the wind.
It
When you're walking, it's flowing in
it
the
just
wind. It's
flows.
just
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys once again. And yeah, we will catch you guys next Friday.
it's
And
been
guess what?
real.
It'll be
Okay.
will it be it'll be March,
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, where did time go? Will it
right?
be March? No, it
Yeah.
won't.
Yes it will.
Uh-uh. It'll
Yaha.
be.
It'll be
Oh
March
yeah,
1st, girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
March 1st.
It'll be March
Well,
1st.
see you
So,
guys next month.
yeah. So, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you guys and we will see you guys next week.
See you later,
Bye.
Gator.
Bye guys.